Today's video is going to be pretty interesting because I'm going to be talking about a level that quite possibly could be one of, if not the best looking 2.2 level I've ever seen, and the reason I'm going to talk about it is because recently its Verifier just got announced. This is NervHell, and it is a upcoming, maybe main list, we'll get to that, extreme demon that looks absolutely stunning. The level is kind of, in a way, a sequel of this level called Nhelv. You probably know Nhelv. At the time of its release, it was one of the most hyped up extremes ever, and for most people, this is still to this day their favorite extreme demon. If you remember a couple years back, we used to see a bunch of those insert some community ranks all the extreme demons by decoration. This level was usually at the top of every single one of those lists. It was just, everyone adored this level. It was just so good for the time, and honestly, it still holds up really well today. It's aged a bit, but it still looks absolutely phenomenal. And NervHell essentially kind of just dials everything up to 11. It keeps the original spirit of Nhelv and just builds upon everything it set out and basically modernizes it. It looks so much more polished. There's so much more going on. It is honestly one of the best levels that I've ever seen that is kind of inspired by another level or tries to replicate it. It does such a good job. Now, this is technically not really a remake or sequel, it's an extension of the original Nhelv. It uses a further bit of the song, as you can see here, but even with using a different part of the song, it still, like, perfectly replicates Nhelv to a T. This looks so good. It actually so good. If I still ran my channel where I did level reviews, I would be making an hour-long review on this level, because there's just so much to talk about that I can't fit in one video regarding this level's decoration. Now, a lot of people think that this is a unofficial extension. I've heard a lot of people say this is unofficial. From what I can tell, I looked for a couple comments and replies from the host and people associated with the project, and I believe that Sergei Aster did approve of this extension. He was fine with this being the official extension. Okay, we can prove it here. This is a pinned comment from 3 months ago that was posted by the person that was the host for the decoration of the layout of NervHell, and among all the supportive messages and talking about how this was such an amazing level to make, there is one line that does say, "And thank you to Sergei Aster for making this level official." So there you go, Sergei Aster did approve of this. It is the official extension. And honestly, why would you not? When you look at a level that's this good, it's such a missed opportunity if you don't. It is such a good level. The showcase I'm currently showing is from 5 days ago, so it is the most recent one I could find, and it just looks so good. Like, look at that animation, come on! This is another part in Nhelv. It's a very infamous part where you're scaling the mountain, and this is replicating that, but it's putting its own spin on it. It just looks so much more polished and clean. The colors pop, that's the word. The colors pop so much in this level. And currently, it is being verified by the top player, ChopBlox. In fact, if you go to the live videos here, you can see that actually it was just yesterday he started verifying this, and he actually started up his live stream now. So go wish him some support here. This is going to be a cool level for him to beat. Now, I do expect him to be able to do this, because he has got quite the repertoire of levels here. He's completed some majorly hard levels. We recently covered him being the first person in Germany to beat Silent Club Step, and he also has 14 to 100 on unnerved Africa circles. He is the verifier for that, however he has dropped it until I believe September to October, but still it's just to show how good of a player he is, because that level is tidal wave difficulty, so I think he'll have no problem with this level. An interesting thing to note is this is the creator list for NervHell, and these are all, from what I can tell, pretty unknown creators. Maybe I'm just, like, completely out of the loop here, but there is just not a single name here that I think I know. Actually, I know Itsumiki, but I don't know anyone else on here. So this is kind of cool to see some lesser known creators get some recognition. Now, as for the difficulty of this level, you probably want to know. I know that ChopBlox live streams are titled as being harder than Grief, and it is not. I mean, it would be cool, but Honestly, from what I can tell, this level is probably going to end up low main list. There's been some rough estimations being thrown out there. The aim was to get it to main list, and the current version is possibly not main list. It could be in the 80s, but there's a good chance that this is in top 75. I actually got a message from ChopBlox giving his thoughts on the difficulty, which we'll get to in a bit. But yeah, I just want to glaze over this level a bit more because it just looks so good. I really hope that we can see more levels get this kind of treatment to them. I think there's so many that deserve it. Killbot's another like effect heavy level that I think could really do with a remaster like this. And maybe stuff like Yatagarasu. I feel like there's really popular rated remakes of all of the RGBs, not just the original one, but even the modern era with Tartarus, the Golden, and Sonic Wave Infinity. I mean, I say modern, but that's like over half a decade ago now. Wow. But yeah, I feel like Yatagarasu kind of deserves it. I mean, there is a couple, but they aren't really well known, and they kind of just ended. But yeah, this level is so good. I highly recommend you at least watch one of the showcases of this level. From what I can tell, this is the original layout of the level that was created over 4 years ago, which is pretty impressive seeing how long this level's been in the works for. But what's interesting is that the level actually only entered a decoration phase around a year ago, just over a year ago, and the past few months we've been seeing these more completed showcases of it. So it's really cool that this level was actually able to get out. I mean, technically it's not out, it needs verified, but are we really going to argue that ChopBlox can't beat this? The last thing I want to talk about in this level, well, not me talking about, but regarding this level, is I went into ChopBlox's live stream and I asked him if he could give, a couple thoughts on the level or just say some information that people might want to know about this level that isn't very public. And he gave me a couple responses, so I'm just gonna be playing those here before we get to the end part of this video.
Okay, I estimate 57 to 100 to be TS2 difficulty. Progress on TS2 0%. Let's think about this, chat. What specific information do we say? Did you want to buff this to top 50 diff? Like, I wanted to buff it to like top 60ish, but it might already be 60ish, bro. Like, well, I don't know, bro.
But that is everything, pretty much. I hope that you guys could check this level out when it's finished and verified, because it's just so cool. I think it deserves so much attention. Probably, honestly, Mythic. Honestly, Mythic. Maybe Legendary, because it's technically not an original work. I think it does so good at improving on Nhelv that I think NervHell deserves the Mythic, honestly. But that's pretty much it for that. And also, thank yous so much for nearly hitting 9,000 subscribers. I'm just gonna say it now because by tomorrow it's probably gonna be a hit. Thank yous. I genuinely can't believe that. The support has been amazing. And at 10K, I will be doing a face reveal, but I'm only gonna have my face cam on in live streams. Like, I really do not care about it. It's not gonna be a major thing. So, I'll just announce that because I've got everything set up for it. But yeah, you're only going to be seeing my face on live streams. But that's pretty much all. Thanks for watching all the way through, and peace.